In June 2026, satellite imagery across northern China captured a revolutionary shift in armored warfare as a new next-generation heavy main battle tank rolled into field trials with an entirely unmanned turret and a configuration that eliminates the human gunner, slashing the crew to just 2 men. This radical evolution follows the active deployment of the 40-ton Type 100 tank, but this newer heavy variant completely rewrites the rules of engagement. On the modern battlefield, a traditional crude armor piece is increasingly defenseless and exposed, meaning that a 2-man capsule is no longer just a design choice, but on paper, it might be the only tactical salvation for land forces. Look at the modern attrition crisis in Eastern Europe throughout 2024 and 2025, where heavy armor has been left completely useless and vulnerable by $500 loitering munitions and top attack missiles. When highly trained human tankers become an irreplaceable resource, packing 3 or 4 personnel into a massive, highly visible target is a gamble that modern military planners cannot afford to make. Western heavyweights like the 70-ton American M1A2 Sep-3 cost up to $15 million and demand for crew members, yet they remain exposed to cheap drone swarms. By removing the gunner and turning the primary weapon over to an artificial intelligence engine, this Chinese heavy armor program aims to secure complete operational dominance at a fraction of the human cost. But can an artificial intelligence system truly replace human instinct when a vehicle becomes damaged in the mud? Or is this 2-man design a dangerous compromise that leaves the remaining crew completely overwhelmed? Before we go on, if you want to stay ahead of the world's most critical defense transformations, hit that subscribe button right now. Do you think artificial intelligence can safely replace a human gunner? And tell me where you are watching from. To understand why this drastic human reduction is happening, we must look at the physical limits of modern engineering and the crumbling infrastructure of the Indo Pacific region. For decades, Western armor design has relied on adding more heavy composite plating, pushing vehicles like the Leopard 2A7 and the M1A2 Abrams to extreme weights between 68 and 73 tons. However, leading global defense analysts argue that these monstrous weights have reached a dead end, making them completely useless across 85% of the bridges and underdeveloped roads in the Asia Pacific and the Himalayan border regions. This infrastructure bottleneck is exactly why Norinco developed the Type 100 medium tank, which entered mass production weighing just 35 to 40 tons for rapid deployment via Y-20 transport aircraft. While the Type 100 successfully placed a 3-man crew inside the hull, the newer heavy prototype spotted in June 2026 takes the weight-saving mission even further by eliminating the 3rd crew member entirely to carve out critical internal space for advanced hybrid electric battery packs and heavy armor plating. Furthermore, relying on human reaction times has become a fatal flaw on the modern battlefield. Recent combat data reveals that it takes a highly proficient human gunner between 3.5 and 5 seconds to manually identify a threat, rotate a heavy turret, and achieve a weapon lock. In an environment saturated with high-speed loitering munitions, that 5-second delay means a vehicle is left completely defenseless. Traditional crude turrets also require a large internal volume to house the personnel, creating a massive visual and thermal signature. By removing the crew from the top of the vehicle and sealing the remaining 2 soldiers inside a heavily armored capsule, the tank drastically reduces its profile, turning a vulnerable combat platform into a compact, highly survivable node. To replace the human gunner and achieve true combat capability, this new vehicle architecture relies on an advanced artificial intelligence system operating alongside a heavily protected armored capsule. The two remaining crew members, the commander and the driver, sit side by side deep within the hull, completely isolated from the unmanned turret and the autoloader mechanism. To solve the problem of battlefield awareness, the commander utilizes an augmented reality helmet connected to a 360-degree electro-optical sensor suite surrounding the vehicle. Artificial intelligence algorithms scan the perimeter, identifying and classifying enemy threats in less than 0.8 seconds based on advanced eye-tracking technology. The moment the commander glances at a target on the digital visor, the high-pressure 105mm primary weapon automatically aligns and prepares to fire, achieving a consistent rate of 12 rounds per minute. Furthermore, defense tracking reports from mid-2026 confirm that the older brother of this prototype, the Type 100, has already entered intensive live-fire training maneuvers with specialized combined arms brigades. Global intelligence assessments suggest that within the next 12 months, the deployment of this dual armor strategy, utilizing the Agile Type 100 as a sensor platform and the newer two-man heavy variant as a primary breakthrough force, will drastically shift the military balance along the Taiwan Strait and the mountainous Indian border regions. This rapid automation curve presents an immediate challenge to Western defense concepts, potentially forcing a complete reassessment of experimental projects like the American Abrams X, which remain confined to the conceptual testing phase. By demonstrating a fully operational unmanned turret system in active field trials, this program proves that software and automation can successfully bypass traditional physical armor requirements while maintaining lethal strike superiority. Yet, this high-tech paradigm shift introduces a major tactical dilemma that could become an operational nightmare in a real conflict. While artificial intelligence can effectively replace a human gunner during target acquisition, a computer network cannot perform physical battlefield maintenance. When a heavy track weighing 500 kilograms snaps in deep mud, or when the 1,500 horsepower hybrid electric engine suffers an electrical short due to heavy electronic warfare saturation, a traditional four-man crew is already pushed to its physical limits. Reducing that team to just 2 soldiers means that field repairs become nearly impossible without external support, rendering a multi-million-dollar combat vehicle entirely useless. Furthermore, stripping away 2 crew members places an immense mental burden on the remaining individuals. During high-intensity operations, the commander must simultaneously manage navigation, coordinate with drone networks, monitor communications, and handle vehicle safety, leading to cognitive overload when defensive systems like the GL-6 Active Protection Suite are heavily engaged. The core lesson of this technological evolution is that cutting personnel does not simply change how a vehicle operates. It alters the fundamental balance between technological dependency and field endurance. This leaves global defense planners caught between 2 conflicting military doctrines. One side embraces the pragmatism of reducing human personnel to maximize raw speed, thick armor, and automation, while the other side prioritizes human redundancy to ensure long-term combat survival under unpredictable field conditions. If you had to enter a modern theater of operations, would you prefer to trust the luxury and security of a 4-man crew like the American Abrams, or would you risk your life inside a 2-man autonomous capsule driven by artificial intelligence? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, like this video, and subscribe to stay updated on the future of global warfare.